Today I'm going to be turning a Paua Abalone shell blank. I certainly hope I pronounced that properly. I got it from Ron Robbins and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a little bit difficult to photograph, but the blank is beautiful. I'm going to start by getting it over to my disc sander, and we're going to square the ends up, and then we'll meet at the lathe for the turning of this beautiful blank. I also want to let you know that I'm going to be mating this to a McKenzie Penworks Liberty pin kit, stainless steel kit, all made in America. Great kit. Got the blank mounted on the lathe, and we're ready to turn. Well, I was taking a pretty deep cut, you can see that, and I got one heck of a catch, and it kind of cost me a little bit. I'm going to attempt to correct this blank. I've got two options here. Number one, it tapers from the back of the blank to the front of the blank. So there may be enough material to remove that. If there's not, these bushings, this pin is a meatier pin than a Sierra, so I can switch off. They're both 27/64ths. I can switch off to Sierra bushings. That's going to let me take a lot more material away, and I think I should be able to totally eliminate this catch. I just need to slow down and not be so aggressive with my cuts. Taking a look at the blank, you can see it looks pretty good on this side. There's still a little bit of an indentation there, and I've got a couple of small chips on the blank that I haven't gotten rid of yet. I am turned all the way down to the Liberty bushings, but let me show you something. I'm going to replace them with Sierra, and take a look at that, how much meat I have that has to be removed if I go to a Sierra kit. So we're going to go ahead and turn this for a Sierra. I've got a couple of really nice kits that we can put this on, and we'll save the Liberty kit for a future blank. I turned this blank down to my Sierra bushings. I've got a nice fit at the bushings. Might be a hair proud over here, that's okay. You can see it's fairly straight across, a little bit of scarring in there from the tool. That'll come out with sanding, but I do still have a scar here and a scar here. Now, I'm not too upset about those. What we're gonna do is we're gonna sand the blank down to 800, and we're gonna see how it looks. If I still have scarring, I can clean that with some denatured alcohol, put a couple of layers of thin CA on it. That will level it out, and then I can sand it again down to the diameter of the bushings, and I think those scars are going to disappear, and you'll never know they're in the blank. Let's sand first and see what we end up with. I wanted to stop, take a minute, and show you the blank. I have only sanded with 120 grit. I have quite a few more grits to go through until I get to 800, but look at the blank. No scarring, it's perfectly flat. This is exactly what we need. I have a beautiful Sierra style kit that I'm gonna put this on, and I think it's gonna turn out to be absolutely gorgeous when I'm done with it. Thank goodness we were able to save this one. Blank sanded nicely. It's ready for micro mesh, and I think it's really going to pop. With the micro mesh, I'm going to count out 30 seconds per pad. The micro mesh did a fantastic job. The blank looks incredible. Let's get a little wax on it. Here's a quick peek at the blank. I'm amazed that we were able to save this one, but I'm very happy. Let's head over to the assembly table and get it assembled into a kit. I've got a beautiful Elegant Monarch gunmetal and gold kit to mount this to. Circle band. First thing I want to do though is we're going to clean out the inside of this with a deburring tool. Just makes it easier to assemble the parts. We'll get all of the little pieces of brass out of there. And let's put a cap onto our blank. Always use the bushing to protect the blank. I'm looking at this thing. I don't really see any issues with this blank. Now, let me get her started. Wow, that pressed nicely. Look at that. Get the bushing out of there. I thought the cap was turning, but it was just the bushing. Okay, we'll stick our ink refill. We've got the spring on there into the nib. Put our transmission on. These Sierra style pens are so easy to turn. I'm going to work the mechanism a little bit. That way the grease gets spread around and the pen just functions much nicer. Now let's get the blank. Snap it onto the pen and take a look at that. Take a look at the right there at the front where it meets the nib and right there where it meets the cap. Here's a quick look at the pen. I wiped it off to get all my fingerprints off of it. It's difficult to photograph, but if you take a look at the blank, you'll see the facets. I think it has like 10 sides to it. It is absolutely gorgeous. This kit just set it off. I'm glad we were able to save this blank. I'd like to thank you for joining me for the turning of this gorgeous blank. We have a beautiful pen. We did have a little bit of a problem with the turning. That was all my fault. This blank turned like hot butter, but I got a little too aggressive with my cuts and I had a catch, and I was lucky that I was turning a pen that had a larger diameter bushing and was able to size down to the Sierra style bushing because I ended up with a gorgeous pen. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. I'd like to thank you for joining me in the shop. I want you to know that you are always welcome in my shop. Come back and see me again real soon, and have a great evening.